Hello, people watching. Somebody said, my goodness. Hello, people watching. Somebody said, my goodness. If anyone wants to see a certain coral or something, you could just let me know and I'll try to zoom in. Make a hurricane. No fucking hurricanes today, buddy boy. Look at all the people joining in here. I just saw that they updated this, so I wanted to give it a try for the live stream. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get into how my afternoon's going to be spent while I'm here on this. So everything in here is doing pretty good, except for my Duncans. They're not happy. I moved them to the back, and that seemed to have made them not too happy. I'm going to have to put them somewhere else. And in the tank, everything's doing pretty good other than those. But I do have nitrates still around 20, probably because I took the sand right out of my old tank and put it right in here. So that probably added some, but shit happens. There's my blue angel. So far behaving pretty good. Kind of let off on that that coral there, which is good at least. Drone videos. So I've got some on my laptop. I've got to, maybe I can even get to it today. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? I've got, okay, so here's what I've got on board. I've got Central Park. We've got one of the big bridges. I don't know. It's not the Brooklyn Bridge. Maybe it was the Brooklyn Bridge, actually. I've got the Amityville house and, like a flight down the Amityville River. I've got some of the Smoky, or not this, well, I think it was up in the Smoky Mountains. Anyway, the Allegheny Mountains or something in New York. Geez, I've got several. I just don't know which one to put together. So maybe today I can try to work on that, get that done. But I might pop out and buy a fish later on. I need something maybe pink or purple. Amityville house sounds great. Alright, maybe we'll try to work on that one. I gotta figure out though if I'm gonna do like, because the video is pretty long, like, you know, there's probably only 2 or 3 minutes around the house, the rest of it's flying down the river, so maybe it should be 2 videos, one of the house and a longer version showing the river. Who knows, we'll see. Well, that's good. What do I do? When I was doing my water change the other day, I used my hose. I got a pump and everything so I could pump the water in so I'm not pouring it, and that kind of looked like a hurricane. I blew off all the rocks and the corals and stuff, and I've got this clownfish in here. You can probably see him there, the maroon clown right there. He's a bit of a prick. If he I don't know what the hell that means, but sometimes he stirs up sand and like makes it look like a hurricane in here, so he's a bastard and he's really grumpy looking. So I may get rid of him and go for some pergola clowns or something like that, or maybe even go for some snowflakes or something a little more high end. But Mr. Complex guy said $2, 10 more if you suck a dick.
How do I do that?
How
do I donate?
I don't know if that's a donation or if it's a proposition for something for.
$8 more.
Yeah, but I think he's trying to get me to suck his dick for $10.
You should.
I should? That's that's pure profit, right?
Yeah.
All right, that might actually happen. I am about making money, so.
You said suck a dick, not his dick.
Oh, it can be any dick?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good to know.
Do you want me to get my strap on again?
Yep. So we should hopefully have Mr. Complex guy do, Mr. Complex Gay is actually what we're calling him, but he should do a live stream of his anemone tank. He's got like 100 at least flame rose bubble tip anemones in there. The two you see on the left, well, you can actually only see one, but there's actually two over there. Those are out of his tank, which was originally out of my tank. I gave him one like a couple years ago, and it's really gone crazy since then. But that foxface really likes the Goniopora there. I don't know, like he thinks it's like it's almost like he thinks he's a clownfish and that's an anemone because he burrows into it. You guys will probably see him do it. I've never seen a fish do stuff like that. Lost tourists. I'm not out flying because my Mavic is broken again. I have no idea what's going on. Basically, if you probably saw the video where I almost lost the drone and it went over the highway and all that, I was flying on ridiculously high winds. I shouldn't have been. Like the winds were probably 70 kilometers an hour, and the angles the drone was on, I'm thinking it put a lot of stress on the gimbal because it worked fine that day. But then I went to do another flight, the one out by Dead Mouse's house when he called the cops on me, and the gimbal wouldn't work right, and so. After that, I ended up ordering a ribbon set because it wouldn't work. Replaced the ribbon set, then it worked great, which is, when did I use it to fly after that? I used it, the fireworks. I did the fireworks with it after that, and it worked fine for the fireworks. And then I went to do another flight somewhere else, and once again, it's not working. So I got to see what exactly the deal is with the warranty, because it is under warranty, but I'm not sure if they honor it because I did open it and change the ribbons once myself. But I really should get a hold of DJI and try to figure that out. But that's why I haven't been flying the drone. So it's whatever it is with the gimbal. But I've been kind of tempted to pick up a DJI Spark as well, just because, you know what, realistically, you could leave that in a glove box or something, and just kind of always have a drone for, you know, emergency situations, or following John's picking up hookers. It might be good for that. All kinds of good stuff you could, I guess, do with it. So I might pick one of those up. And yeah. Yeah, so the Spark, it is interesting. It sucks it's only 1080, but, you know, 1080 is not that bad. And your P3's having issues. It's, DJI, I love DJI. Obviously, they're going to have their problems, but it's unfortunate when you spend so much money and you think that, oh, this is going to be reliable, and then something goes wrong. And I realize that that's why over the years I've had a lot of people comment that's why they do the ones where they build them themselves. But realistically, you can have issues with those just as easy. So what's going on with yours? Why can't, or what happened to it? Oh, location thing maybe? The, yeah, if you're geo-locked or whatever. There's other things that you can get. So I'm out in Hamilton, right? And out here we've got the battleship Hadia, or what, I don't know how you pronounce it. Haida. Anyhow, anytime you try to fly there, you'll lose signal. And sure enough, I met a guy in the parking lot, so I had that problem. My buddy Josh had that problem. Inked Up Honda had that problem, and then I met a guy down there flying a few weeks ago, same thing, he had a problem. So sometimes you can have interference from something in that area. Same thing in Burlington. If I fly out, there's a certain park, if I would fly out to the ships, about 1 kilometer out over the water, I would lose signal for about 5 seconds, but only the video transmission. The drone itself was still controllable. So yeah, you could definitely be in a zone with something like that going on. And looking at the tank, I'll tell you, I really wish that peppermint shrimp you might see there, I wish he would go ahead and eat some Aptasia. That would be nice for him, because I don't really want to, you know, put Aptasia X in there if I don't have to. I know I could use some lemon juice, but I'm all out of syringes, and I hate that part of going into the drugstore and asking for syringes, because no matter how many times you try to explain to them it's for your fish tank, they're like, okay, heroin addict, whatever. But
For a syringe?
yeah, because you got to go in.
Buy kid stuff. It has syringes.
No, you need a with a needle on it though.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
like
you
it.
learn.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm that's not crackhead. It's heroin. Thank you.
Rock you can inject too.
Weak transmission signal before flight. Well, I'll tell you what happened for another guy. He had the P3 Pro. It's a guy that I've worked with in the past, which I'll be actually linking some of his videos, because some of my flights I made in some really cool locations, but it was flights for him with his drone. But anyhow, I tried to do an update for him, because he hadn't updated his drone in over, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. And it froze up. He has no more camera image at all from doing the latest update. And sure enough, when I Google it, it seems that a lot of people had the exact same problem. And then they have to send it into DJI to fix it. So hopefully you're not facing that problem. I ended up leaving him with an I don't know, because I didn't know what the hell to do. You know, we tried for a couple hours to redo the update. I love how well my utter chaoses are doing in here. Oh, there's that fish. See him picking at that plate? He really loves that. I don't even know what that coral's called. A cup coral of sorts anyway. But it still has a lot of flesh. Like hopefully it'll be okay. The only thing that's, the polyps haven't been out. I know I have to update, but yeah, reading the problems people have had. So his drone worked fine until the update. So I don't know. Basically, if you have no reason to update, I'm not going to suggest that you do it. You know what I mean? Although there was I think maybe it was he had to. I think it was that forced update from DJI where they shut the camera off if you didn't update, and I think that's actually part of the problem. Is that if you didn't update, and as soon as your phone connected to the internet, the app would update, and once the app was updated, it would say, "Oh, your drone's not updated," and then they would lock the camera so that you couldn't fly beyond line of sight. So that yeah, it's, who knows what's going on. When you get home, okay, so yeah, maybe it is more of a environmental issue then. I'm just gonna open my coffee here, guys. 1 sec. Really hoping everything goes well for these people with the hurricane. I've been watching that all morning. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. People that have watched my videos know I love Key West. So weird, because I was out in the country when I got it. Yeah, it's strange, but I guess you never know, like, you know, with maybe a cell tower. But even that, like, people say don't fly near power plants and all that, because that can cause blockage, but I've done that. Yeah, a lot of crazy weather and earthquakes. That's for sure. Yeah, it's that time of year, though, I guess, for earthquakes. I'm joking. There's no time of year for earthquakes. I was just bugging you. But yeah, for hurricane season's upon us. A lot of people know that I wish I lived in Florida. That's really where I would love to live. But then it's times like this where I end up grateful to live in Canada, where we generally don't get too severe of storms. 3.
I'm 1.
You're 1? That's good. That's okay. It's all for fun, because what happens is after this, once I click finish, this will just upload as a video to my channel. So people can watch this a year from now and listen to this idiot talking. That's me, I'm the idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, she was watching now.
That's okay. One of them is probably Gayberry, on the account of he's gay and he gets turned on by my voice. And I'm not judging. I don't actually care if he's gay or not. That doesn't bother me at all. And I'm not gay, but I'd do anything for $1 million, I'll tell you that. Or in Barry's case, he donated $2, so I might have to drop that price down. I'm not sure.
But you only get the money if you suck dick. If you get $10, right?
Well, he already paid $2, so I don't actually have to suck the dick. I already made some money just for talking because he was getting turned on by my voice. Sorry, guys, we're off track here. Yeah, like, so in this, people that have watched my previous videos know, like, you know, that I originally started with a 29-gallon BioCube back years ago. Then I went to a 90-gallon, and that went okay. Like, you know, all my videos are there. I think that's all in a playlist. And then, so from the 90-gallon, I went to a 120-gallon. From the 120, I went to 200. And strangely enough, over the years, so many of these corals I couldn't have, even though I had the fancy, you know, I had fancy lights, I had dosing pumps, you know, I did my water changes, but for some reason I couldn't have acans, I couldn't have that flower pot coral, clove polyps, those always died off on me, but I would do well with zoanthids, SPS, mushrooms, torches, couldn't have goniopora. So it was weird because some of the corals that would be regarded as harder to keep would do fine, and then certain things that should be fairly easy would die. So it's kind of weird, but I'm liking this little tank for now until I get a house and can build, you know, more of like my dream system. Same with my plate coral. I used to have a plate coral and the tentacles never looked like that. Never, not in a million years. So I'm really happy with this one. I just try to keep up with the water changes, and so like I've got my water ready today. It's just sitting in the kitchen. I will do that after I stop the stream. And what I did is I tried to make it a little easier. I used to have to pour buckets in on my old BioCube and, you know, pour the jugs in and you spill water all down the front. So I just went and bought a small utility pump for it, like an aquarium pump, and a hose. And I bought Kent salt this time, which comes in the 7-gallon bucket, which makes it so that you can mix the 5 gallons of salt water. That's what I do, a 5-gallon water change. And there's still plenty of room, so you can fit the whole 5 gallons in the bucket, drop the pump in there, and I just suck the water out into a 5-gallon jug, and then I've got that sitting there, and I just pump it right back in nicely. It's really quick. It takes about, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes to do a water change. And so, really liking that. I noticed that my Blue Angel and my Fox Face are like buddies. They hang out a lot. And I think my Maroon Clown, he was alone for a long time. I think he's happy to have friends. So, I'll probably kill this in another minute and a half, make it just kind of an even 20 minutes, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying this little live stream. And I was thinking that maybe I should mount a camera up for a live stream. I live in Hamilton, and Barton's full of ladies of the night, which are actually there all day, but we should pull over one time and just say hi to one with the camera rolling, and that might be fun. And I actually feel bad for some of them. Some of them look like normal chicks, but there's one that's called Sideways, and she walks sideways. And I actually met her in Shoppers Drug Mart one day, and she asked me to pass her coffee creamer, and I did. So that was kind of cool, actually, you know, talking to a hooker. And then, okay, I'm going to tell you guys about Hope. Okay, this is amazing. So I'm cruising, and I come up to a stop sign. All of a sudden, there's this chick running towards us in my truck, and she comes running up to my truck and tries to open the door right away. I'm just thinking, oh, she's got the wrong car. So I roll the window down to just say to her, oh, sorry. And then she right away, she sticks her hand in to shake my hand, and she introduces herself, and she's like, hi, I'm Hope. And I was like, hi, Hope. And she's like, and I give amazing head. And I was just like, oh, wow, that's awesome. And I was like, oh, sorry, I got a girlfriend. And I just, like, it was just an awkward situation, so I said that to try to get out of it. And she's like, that's okay, you can call me her name. And I just laughed. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. And what I ended up doing was like, oh, that's really nice, but I'm sorry. I said, but you know what? I did see a dude walking down the road that way, and I pointed, and I bet you he might be interested. And so sure enough, off she went looking for him. So anyways, that was just hilarious. I loved it. But alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up so I can get back to viewing my hurricane that I've been watching there. And then I'm thinking about going to pick up a DVD player for the car. Like, Get the, I wanted one that's got the built-in GPS and DVD and all that. You better not eat that A-can. That's right, buddy. Keep moving. I haven't seen him pick at an A-can yet, so I'm going to guess that it's not his thing. But we'll see you guys shortly. I'll try to get some drone videos up. I do actually have them on there, and then I'm going to contact DJI because I don't really want to buy another ribbon set and fail again. Although I don't consider I failed because it was working fine. I put it in and it worked fine, but whatever is wrong happened again. So, anyways, I appreciate all the people that have subscribed to my channel, and if you haven't and you're just watching this as a video instead of a live broadcast, please consider subscribing so that you can check out my hobby videos. I do all kinds of different stuff, really, so you never really know. I don't really follow any single topics, so we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the $2, Gay Barry.